From the Millersville University Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Elliott here with the short-term forecast and video discussion issued on Monday, June 22nd. Well, Father's Day turned out beautiful across south central PA, partly sunny skies and low humidity accompanied high temperatures in the low to mid 80s for most. Unfortunately, that nice weather is not going to persist today. In fact, we're going to be dealing with a risk for severe thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening. So without further ado, let me start by taking a look at our daily climatology. I'm expecting a high of 82 degrees this afternoon at Millersville, and that's right about average for this time of the year. This morning's low of 63 was also right around the normal low of 60 for mid to late June. Today's record high was 99, set just 2 years ago in 2024, with a record low of 42 set in 1940. As we take a look at the sky cam for Millersville University, you will notice that skies are mostly cloudy. There are a few breaks in the overcast out there right now, but generally skies will continue to be mostly cloudy throughout the day. The visible satellite imagery backs that up. You'll notice that most of PA is blanketed in fairly dense cloud cover. There are some breaks across far southeastern portions of the state, as well as northeastern Maryland and the Delmarva region. So I do think this is going to play a factor in how unstable the atmosphere becomes later this afternoon. So as of right now, given the current visible satellite imagery, I am favoring far southeastern PA, northern Maryland, and the Delmarva region, kind of in this area right through here that I'm outlining, to be the hardest hit area later this afternoon with the severe weather potential. The radar imagery also kind of suggests that as well. You'll notice that there is this batch of showers and some steadier rain across northern and central PA right now. There is also a band of showers extending southward from that across south central parts of the state. You'll also notice this other band across far southeastern Ohio and southwestern PA. This is going to stabilize the atmosphere this morning and into the early afternoon hours, so it is going to take some time for the atmosphere to destabilize again. Watch this band right through here as it moves farther east throughout the day, and in particular, this cluster of storms currently in northeastern Kentucky. I think as this moves to the east and northeast throughout the early to mid-afternoon hours, you'll see some re-intensification and also new thunderstorm development across parts of northern Virginia, northeastern West Virginia, and Maryland as we get into the early to mid-afternoon hours. Here across south central PA, I'm not so sure that we get hit that hard today. Again, I favor more southeastern parts of the state, such as like southern York, Lancaster counties, points south and east. We'll see how that plays out, but there is still going to be that risk for severe weather across the entire region today, even if the worst of the activity does stay just to the south and east of the Lower Susquehanna Valley. As we take a look at the Euro model for 8 p.m. this evening, you'll notice that there is this wave of low pressure and rather vigorous upper level disturbance that's going to be the triggering mechanisms for these storms this afternoon. As we get into 8 p.m. this evening, that weak low pressure system is going to be very close to the Mason-Dixon line. It could be just north or south of it, but it will track eastward along or very close to the Mason-Dixon line this afternoon, this evening, and then ultimately exit the mid-Atlantic coastline later tonight into early Tuesday morning. I do expect showers and storms to taper off from west to east during the mid to late evening hours. I think the time frame that we really need to watch is approximately 2 to 9 p.m. this afternoon and this evening for that severe weather potential. As we move forward then into tomorrow afternoon, that storm system moves out into the western Atlantic. Behind it, northwesterly winds of 10 to 20 miles per hour will usher slightly cooler and much drier air into the Commonwealth. So there may still be a lingering shower around in spots Tuesday morning, but I think clouds will gradually decrease later tomorrow afternoon, and dew points will fall into the mid to upper 50s by the afternoon and evening hours. So overall, a much nicer and more tranquil day than what we're dealing with out there today. And then you'll notice this high pressure system over the Great Lakes region tomorrow afternoon. Well, that will ultimately settle into the Commonwealth from Tuesday night into Wednesday and promote mainly clear skies, light winds, low humidity, and comfortable conditions with lows around 60 Tuesday night and highs generally in the low 80s on Wednesday. So I think the main severe weather threats this afternoon are going to be locally damaging wind gusts up to 65 miles per hour, frequent lightning, torrential downpours, and small hail. But again, there is going to be some wind shear, and that is a meteorologist's term for a change in wind speed and or direction with increasing height above the ground. There is going to be both directional and speed shear present out there this afternoon, so I'm not going to rule out an isolated tornado or two as well. Have multiple ways to receive severe weather alerts and warnings this afternoon, and seek shelter in an interior room or basement if a warning is issued for your location. Some of the most intense storms can cause downed tree limbs and power lines, as well as localized power outages and roof damage in spots. In terms of rainfall amount, this is certainly not going to be a drought buster by any stretch of the imagination. As is typically the case in scattered summertime convection and thunderstorms, some areas may receive 1 to 2 inches of rain, while others receive less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. So it just really depends on where those storms track and if your house is hit by a strong thunderstorm or if it's completely missed. So that's usually how it goes in these convective environments, and today is going to be absolutely no exception to that rule at all. As we take a look at the short-term campus weather service forecast, mostly cloudy, warm and muggy tonight with evening showers and thunderstorms, low 66. Turning breezy and less humid on Tuesday with decreasing clouds and a morning shower, high 78. And then mostly sunny and pleasant on Wednesday with low humidity, high 82. Well, that'll do it for this edition of the short-term forecast. Tune back in next Monday for the latest edition. Until then, stay safe and weather alert this afternoon and this evening.